Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome. This is Somaliland National Television and you're watching the English news program with me, Mohammed Jibril. Here the stories making local headlines. Somaliland National AIDS Commission extends support to Ministry of Information, Culture and National Guidance through needed equipment. The Director General of Ministry of Agriculture addressed the locust emergency in Hargeisa. At least 6 people have been killed in 3 almost simultaneous explosions of Kenya capital, Nairobi. The Director General of Somaliland Ministry of Information, Culture and National Guidance, Abdurrashid Jibril Yusuf, accompanied by the Director of Radio Hargeisa, Saeed Adan Iga, received donation comprising essential equipment from the National AIDS Control Commission.
The Director General of the Ministry of Information, Culture and National Guidance commended the efforts of the HIV and AIDS Commission for their relentlessness in ensuring more cooperation with the Ministry, particularly Radio Hargeisa. Abdurrashid Jibril Yusuf continued to add that the equipment being handed over to Radio Hargeisa comprised computers, printers and several essential equipment. He added that the main intent that the HIV and AIDS Commission had in handing over the donation was to boost the morale of the staff and efforts towards making people aware of the spread of the virus and the role that citizens should play a major role in reducing the spread of HIV and AIDS. Professor Abdi Ali heads the National Commission of HIV and AIDS, a commission designated by the President of Somaliland to provide hand-in-hand cooperation for the citizens in thwarting of the spread of the fatal HIV and AIDS. He stated that the cooperation among the Commission and Radio Hargeisa have been an utmost priority for both the radio and the Commission to raise awareness on the spread of the virus in Somaliland. Director of Radio Hargeisa, Saeed Adan Iga, speaking at the event, indicated the role these donated equipment supposed to play in boosting the cooperative efforts of the Ministry of Information, Culture and National Guidance and the National Commission of HIV and AIDS in dealing with the spread of the virus through different approaches, mostly raising social awareness on the virus, particularly through broadcasting special in-depth reports and programs on ways that this nation can and will eventually be able to reduce the spread of HIV.
The Director General of Ministry of Agriculture, Engineer Abdullah Ismail Farah, explained the preparedness of Somaliland Locust Control Commission against the locusts. This came after the locust emergency in the capital city of Somaliland, Hargeisa. The Director General of Somaliland Ministry of Agriculture, Engineer Abdullah Ismail Farah, explained the preparedness of Somaliland Locust Control Commission after the locust emergency throughout the nation, including the capital city of Somaliland, Hargeisa. The Director of Somaliland Ministry of Agriculture, accompanied by the head of Somaliland Locust Control Commission, enlarged the meeting they held with the International Locust Control and FAO on the elimination of locusts throughout the Eastern African countries, which happens to be occupied by this dangerous insect. Rally of locusts occupied the capital city of Somaliland, Hargeisa, last week for a few minutes, which shocked the public of Somaliland. The Locust Control Commission raised awareness program and told the farmers to use any possible method to exclude and rescue the harvest from this dangerous insect. Engineer Abdullah Ismail Farah also mentioned that they have plans to provide the people of Somaliland with training programs on how to fight against the locust. International Locust Control Commission and FAO are sure to cooperate with Somaliland Locust Control Commission on the struggle against the locust and the alertness system of Somaliland people. They suggested the farmers of Somaliland took training and rehearsal the method to protect their harvest from locust. The Mayor of Hargeisa, Abdurrahman Mohammed Aidid Solteko, placed the foundation stone of a new road in Dami neighborhood.
The Mayor placed the foundation stone of a new road which is due to be constructed in Dami neighborhood of Gacan Libah district. The road is expected to link the neighborhood, a densely populated area, with other neighborhoods of Gacan Libah district. Cultural leaders, religious scholars, members of Hargeisa municipality spoke at the event, emphasizing the importance of constructing this road and the role it sought to play in the appearance of the Somaliland capital, Hargeisa. Mayor of the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa, Abdurrahman Mohammed Aidid, speaking at the event, reiterated that laying the foundation stone for this road was according to plan, and that Hargeisa municipality planned the road construction to enhance the appearance of the capital city, particularly this neighborhood. The mayor pointed out prospective development plans in the pipeline for the municipality include renovating or constructing a number of other roads with the intent of stepping up the beautification efforts by the local government.
The committee responsible for the investigation of genocide cases committed in Somaliland by the Siad Barre regime held a press conference to confirm new mass graves found near the airport of Hargeisa.
Members of the committee speaking to the press elaborate on the major steps taken by the committee to investigate the scale of genocide and atrocities committed by Siad Barre's regime in Somaliland between the years 1982 and 1991. These bodies were identified as members of the Somalia Air Force who were massacred for their sympathy towards their people who were preyed on by the regime. Members of the committee stated that the committee is committed and dedicated to culminating efforts towards investigating atrocities being committed in Somaliland. During the period, people were particularly much resented towards the regime. It's the second time in 2 months the committee finds mass graves in Hargeisa.
An event to encourage the students of Islamic studies was held at Hargeisa University Hall. This event had in attendance Director General for the Ministry of Education and Higher Studies, intellectuals and other keynote guests. The chairman of Hargeisa University, Professor Abdu Hussein Gas, spoke at the event and elaborated on the significance of studying this major and how it's important to raise the people of Somaliland's awareness on important Islamic issues. The chairman thanked the students for their warm participation in the discussion held in the university about the legitimate earning and amplifying effort to strengthen work ethics in our society. The chairman praised the students of Hargeisa University for being a role model for the rest of the students around Somaliland and urged them to amplify their effort on raise the society's awareness on many issues. Professor Abdu Hussein Gas welcomed to the podium Khalid Yassin, an Islamic speaker from America since 1976. He continued to raise people's awareness about the sense of Islam, and as a result, many people around the world from different backgrounds embrace Islam as a religion. Eventually, Sheikh Mustafa Haj Ismail, one of Somaliland's prominent Islamic scholars, took to the podium and spoke about the importance of legitimate earning and the importance of preserving work ethics. The head of Jama'at al-Khairiyya, accompanied by Al-Ansar South Russian organization, distributed food donation to the residents of Balai Gaas. The head of Jama'at al-Khairiyya, Ahmed Mohammed Ibrahim, accompanied by Ansar South Russian organization, cooperation with Al-Rahman Social Organization, distributed food donation to the residents of Balai Gaas, the northern part of the capital city of Somaliland, Hargeisa. Khalid, who's Islamic religion scholar and Peace TV lecturer, is playing a role on the food distribution program for the Ansar South Russian organization. Ahmed Mohammed Ibrahim, speaking at the event, appreciated this Islamic organization on their food distribution program throughout the Eastern African nations. Khalid, speaking at the event, elaborated on how Islam is all about peace and helping each other. He stated,
Dear brothers and sisters, this is your brother Abu Muhammad Khalid Yassin. We are outside of Hargeisa. These people, mashallah, they don't have food, water. Wallahi, subhanallah, they have iman. You see their houses, mashallah, made from wood, very small places. Well, alhamdulillah, see the masjid they have a very beautiful masjid. So we need this barakah. As much as they need the food, we need the barakah for maghfirah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for rahmah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of this from us, inshallah.
You still tune to the English news program on Somaliland National Television, the only Somali speaking channel with an English news program. And now for international headlines in detail. At least 6 people have been killed in 3 almost simultaneous explosions in part of Kenyan capital Nairobi, Somali populated neighborhood. There was no immediate claim of responsibility, but in the past attacks in the neighborhood of Isli have been blamed on Somali Al-Shabaab Islamist group. A small mother-child clinic and 2 restaurants were targeted at the time when people heading home for the evening. Homemade bombs and grenades are thought to have been used. More than 2 dozens of people were hurt, at least 9 of them were critically injured. On Sunday, a man suspected of assembling a bomb was killed when he went off where he lived in Isli, Kenya media reported. The Standard Daily News, which cited police and witness, had said 3 men who were involved with the victims fled in a car shortly after Sunday's blast. Officials also recently discovered a large undetonated car bomb in a coastal city, Mombasa. Last September, Al-Shabaab said it was behind the deadly raid on shopping mall in Nairobi. As a punishment for the Kenyan military involvement in Somalia, at least 67 people died. Its 17th naval escort fleet has reached water south of Australia Christmas Island to join the as yet fruitless search of missing Malaysia airline flight MH370. Could China make a difference? Its 17th naval escort fleet has reached water south of Australia's Christmas Island to join the as yet fruitless search for missing Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. The fleet is made of missile destroyer, a frigate, a supply ship and 2 shipboard helicopters. Over 150 of the 239 people on the Beijing-bound Boeing 777 were from China, where relatives want answers. More than 3 weeks into this mystery, Malaysia's Civil Aviation Chief Datuk Arzuddin Abdul Rahman has reiterated that pioneering work is being carried out in the bid to find the plane, which left Kuala Lumpur on March 8th. That's all the news we have here tonight. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.